And in Scotland, because England unfortunately isn't settled enough yet, I'm going to improve this Ironmasters Works. Just again, something that's going to give me a bit of extra income as the game goes on. Got nearly 20 years left of the game, so I do need to make sure that I've got an income there. Now, also, there's I've gone too far over again, I'm sure. I want a church school in here. I'm sure there's a place around here somewhere where I can get a church school. Maybe it's one that needs to be upgraded. I'm not too sure, but maybe it's this one. Let's just make it into a chapter school so that we've got. I thought I had a brand new building to put up there actually, but there obviously isn't one, and I'm not too worried about that. So I thought that was on fire then for a minute, but it certainly isn't. Right, okay. Now the threat that I showed you over in Ceylon. These are the Americans. Now I haven't had peace with America. One of the reasons for not getting peace with America is that I want him to attack me here. What I don't want, I'm hoping he's still going to do it when I do this as well, by the way. But put some VOC cavalry in there. What I'm hoping is that by only having a small number of troops in here, he's going to attack me here. At the moment, I've only got these small number of forces, which he might well think he can take me with those, but we'll see anyway, the main thing. But I can't afford to lose Ceylon. It's one of my objectives in the game, so I do need to keep that. This is summer 1782. The Ottomans have been completely destroyed. I've had my usual recruitment and construction report and everything. Nothing of note seems to have happened. We're still at peace with all the nations down here. Can't see anything that's of great relevance for us to deal with. So I'm not too worried about anything that's happening down there. As for Ceylon, the Americans have landed their force now, which is good. I should have those cavalry that I recruited last turn, which I have. So I should easily be able to, not only just be able to defend that, I should be able to completely wipe them out as well. What I now need to do really is pay attention to all my places which are victory conditions. But before I do that, I'm still at war with America. America wanted peace with me, by the way. I said no. Because I wanted them to attack Ceylon. I wanted that out of the way first, really. I didn't want that ship with, that fleet rather, with troops on, wandering around the place, causing trouble. Right, he's got something in here that's going to cause me trouble, so I'm going to get rid of him, of course. And I need to sort of consolidate this whole area here. I've got New York as well, that I can now raise troops for. Because I can raise them in here. I can recruit all these different types of troops now to look after New York. So everything's sort of signed, sealed and delivered now, really. I've got a fortress around here as well. So what I'm going to be doing over the next 4 or perhaps 5 moves is building up my destruction of the Americas around here, perhaps taking out the whole of America. I might come up with some kind of a peace agreement with them, and I'll whack forward about 5 or 6 turns, maybe take it up to 1790. That's about 8 years, so that would be 16 turns, wouldn't it? And then I'll show you the map then and show you what I managed to achieve in that time. But you've seen all my manoeuvres now, you know what's going to happen. I'll either make peace with these or I'll wipe them out, and I'm going to consolidate all my areas up there in Europe. So that's what I'm going to be doing for now. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've come a very, very long way. I did say that I was going to rush through and show only interesting bits. It's been very much the same. I'll show you the overall map. I don't think anything in Europe has changed at all. He's tried to attack me in various fortifications. I've repelled him. I've had attacks from both Poland and Austria who declared war at me with me at various stages. I repelled them and then just given them some money, like 5,000, and got peace. A massive navy attacked me in here at one stage, and that was about where was that? About 1790, something like that, only a couple of years ago in game turn times, and managed to just defeat it with this fleet, but decided that his technology is moving on enough for me to, oh, it's not in there, but for me to recruit some more, because he came at me with heavy first rates, Polish heavy first rates. So I'm now recruiting some more of those in here as well, just to make sure. So the game is by no means won. You remember he was attacking Ceylon. He was doing that for obvious reasons, so that he would take me out of the game. That was America that were doing that at the time. Various targets that he's gone for in Europe have not been key objectives. He's not been able to get through to Flanders and through to Amsterdam, but he has tried these kind of areas here. Other than that, things have remained very much the same as they have done before. Denmark has got this place back. There's been a war between Denmark and Sweden going on virtually all the time. These countries, Austria, Poland and Russia, have always been friends, and just sometimes one, two or even all three of them will come and attack me. There's been no change though in the general balance of power. His armies have got much bigger in these territories here. One thing that I think that's very unfair about the game, I just don't think, well, I know that there's no way the territories that Austria have got, 3 or 4 territories, they can sustain such large armies like these. It just wouldn't be possible. They'd go bankrupt. They're totally landlocked. They have been since last time I recorded. So they've got no overseas trade coming in either. So anyhow, a quick look over here, you'll see there is a big difference here. I started by taking Philadelphia and moved around, taking gradually all of the territories here until I ended up with a big sort of basin here, a big gap, and that was filled by the Cherokees. So I had to get rid of the Cherokees as well. And the whole idea was to make New York safe. The problem was Quebec got very powerful, and again only 1 or 2 very small territories. They were able to produce some great big massive armies with Maison de Roye in there and all sorts of extremely good quality troops. I've only just taken those now, and I'm now rebuilding this place, but their attacks were relentless coming through these areas here, around here, all over the place. They really were. I didn't even try for peace with them because I was determined to get them out of the game anyway, but it really was very difficult to fight my way through here. I found myself having to lose a battle. These lost. In fact, I haven't even replenished those yet. I lost in a battle here in order to attract his troops out of here. They did come out, they did fight them, but of course I still had a large army in here that was by then replenished that I could then take into there, and so that's what I've done. You'll see I've got a massive amount of money in there, 181,000, just haven't really been spending it. Like I said, I bribed the other nations. I give them about 5,000 each time to make them happy. Over in India, you can see it's exactly the same situation in here as we left before. I've built more churches, I've built more infrastructure, I've got more technology, and if you look through the technology tree here, you can see that our technology has improved, that we've got the rifling for the cannons, and we've got all of the what they call the philosophy tech trees all in place there. So I mean, really, it's Marathas keep coming up with daft ideas, like they want Saxony, and stuff, for I don't know what they're prepared to offer. A kind of diamond formation and stuff like that they seem to be offering me, So and no troops on these, so I'm not too worried about these. They are raiding a trade route. It's probably just Sweden they're raiding, so I'm not too worried about that either. Austria is now settled, that's Vienna, so I have started to build in there. Same with London, started to get a little less settled in terms of here, it's gone into a minus here. So I've started now to build fisheries in the UK. In fact, what I'm going to do now is just upgrade those. I might even have to destroy some of the industrial buildings soon in the United Kingdom because it just can't sustain the population that it's got. It's one of the problems of this game, in that your population continues to grow, and it's where you put it, what you do. You can't force an immigration, so not that I know of anyway. So there you go. So I've ended up destroying some of the ports and building fisheries in the hope that will help, but as you can see, it's not really helping too much. So everything's still in place, as you can see there, and you can see I've still got the same territories that I had before. And I'm holding on to them because I'm able to do so. Only just, mind you, to be honest with you. There are some very good quality troops that are attacking me now. He does seem to have upped his game to include some very good quality troops. So I got my copy of Napoleon Total War. I got it this morning. That was several hours ago. I'm itching to play it. I'm now up to 1792 in the winter of this campaign. I don't even know if I can play the Dutch on Napoleon Total War yet, because I don't know if they're included as one of the nations. I read through when I was in town the basic rules, but it does tell me I can play as other nations, but I don't know which ones yet. So anyway, much of a muchness really. I've done the same thing in America that I've done with other places, gradually taking territories, really to make myself secure in New York, and that's what that's all been all about. And maybe I should show you the prestige table. You might be interested in that.